Hey guys, hope you're all well. Right, I am currently waiting for a few bits from Hitchcock's for the Enfield. So that's put a hold on a couple of jobs on it. So I thought I'd start the wiring. I've been getting a few bits ready. I've got the little badge riveted on. I got fed up and knocking it off and picking it up. I'm pushing my luck, I'm going to end up damaging it. So I've got that riveted on. And what I have done, normally the wire comes out of here. So I've put a tiny little button head in there, which doesn't look amiss. And I've brought the wiring out from underneath. So obviously we've got the two wires coming out of there. And then we've got the two wires coming out of the alternator. Now, normally on the standard bike, this would all go that way. The other option is to send it that way and down there, because I normally put them up the frame tube. In fact, these are going up the frame tube. But what I do is send them down behind the primary. Now there's a big cavity in there, so it's more than safe. It's well away from the chain, as you can see. And normally I put a little grommet in there, but I thought I'd do something a bit different. I thought I'd create myself some more work because I haven't got enough. Anyway, I made a brass ferrule thingy majiggy here to send the wires down. That's threaded, and I've got to put a little copper wire. Just put that on there. Got a little copper washer spacer, whatever you want to call it, because obviously I can't get the die all the way up, and I can't undercut it because, as you can see, we've got no wall thickness. So if I undercut it, it basically chop that bottom bit off. So we've done a little copper washer to go on there, so we've got that going on. Now I've got a bit of a scary thing to do and I've got to do it, I've got no choice. So it won't seat all the way down, so obviously I want to keep it away from the join. So I have drilled it in the middle of this little flat here, but the return of this is interfering with it seating properly. So I have got to get the die grinder and sort of take a little scallop out of this face here. Now I know these are more than thick enough for me to be able to do that, but if I slip, that's going to be extremely annoying, because I'll end up taking all the primary off to clean it all up, because if I do slip and mark it, I won't be able to leave it like that. So I've got one chance at this. Hopefully it'll go well. Let's give it a go. Make sure everything's out of the way. Fingers crossed, everybody. Let's just make sure I can get in there. Yeah, so obviously we don't want to slip in it this, that'll be disaster. Don't want to slip along this, that'll be disaster. Any sort of slippage would be a disaster. So I think I'm going to go in full speed, because slow, with how aggressive this is more chance of it bouncing around. In fact, I'm going to actually put my swap the safety specs for normal glasses. It'll give me a better chance to see what I'm doing. Oh, that's better. How about that? Right, here we go. Let's just go for it. Oh, I'm scared. doing it. Right, tell you what, I'll just drop the washer in there, see if it's done it. I think that's done it. So I can also take a little edge off the washer, but this way I've just done is a bit neater. Let's put it in and find out. It's amazing what you can see with glasses on. Is that gonna... Yeah, I think I might do a little bit off the washer as well, actually. Just a tiny bit. Bear with me. A little bit at a time. Oh, I think that's got it. Now I can just about grip it with this Allen key. Yep. Right, another scary bit. 1 minute. Right, I'm just going to tidy that inside face up where I've had the Allen key digging into it, and we should be good. There we go. Sorted. Whew. All done. So what I've got to do now, bear with me, is extend these wires. They should fit in there nicely, he says. Yes. There we go. Little pass of wire now. Probably best to put them in together. Yep, that'll go. We'll take the twist out of them and make it really tidy. It just saves them all trailing around in either direction. So they'll come out now down the bottom. So what I've got to do, you probably won't see it, but there's a hole up here with a grommet in, right up there. So we've got to get one wire down the tube. The hardest part is getting it past here, because this tube here goes all the way through. So you've only got a really small gap at the front or the back to get the wires out, and then they'll come down hidden straight out under the engine and obviously join to them. So yeah, we've got to try and feed one wire down, and then we can pull the others through with that wire. So we've got to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wires down there, 4 up to here and 2 to the horn. Right, I've tried feeding some wire down there, but it just keeps gathering up down this tube to pull all the other wires through. So next best, easiest option, bit of string. I've actually got a tiny bit of soldering wire around there just to weight it a little bit to help get me started. I'm just going to try and get it in there. It's a bit fiddly. Come on, you will go in. There we go. Right. Okay, now a bit of air to help it down. It would help if it's not wrapped around my foot. There we go. Yeah, that's out. Sorted. There we go. That's made life a bit easier. Right, how strong is this stuff? Strong. So I'll be able to connect all the wires to that now and pull them through. Right, first two wires we're going to send through there is for the electronic ignition. So that's got a plug on, which will end up here for the little box, this bit. So we'll send them through first. Make sure we've got a bit of equal string each side of the tube. Yeah, that should do it. A bit of insulation tape. If I can get the end, there we go. So basically wrapping that round, hopefully it'll pull through nice and easy. There, that's that one. Well, them two. And I'll leave that there, so we got all that through. That's nice. They'll then drop down through the bottom of the front engine bracket, through the bottom. We'll just get them there for now. Right, what have we got next? Two yellow ones for going to the primary bit. So the next ones, I've got to go down this tube, then down this top tube and into the dummy oil tank, but we'll get them down this one first. Pull that back through a bit. God, it gets harder as you get more in there. There we go. Right, so make sure we got plenty to mess about with. And that's, I'll say it's got to go up there and down that tube. That should be enough. Right, another one of them. Yes, that wasn't too bad. Just about got enough there, I think. Yeah. Right, 2 for the horn. So what I'm going to do now, I've pulled these wires back out of that brass ferrule I made. I'm going to send a wire down there to collect the wires I want to pull through. And when we've joined them, we can pull everything back all out this way. So I'm going to get a bit of shrink wrap on there to start with underneath the bike. Although you can't see it, I still want a protective sleeve over it. And where it's running under the bike, it's not the lowest part of the bike. So we, you know, if you bump it down a curb or anything like that, you're going to catch no wires. In fact, let's get them other 2 through as well. Let's get them down. So I've got to go the same direction. This is where it takes all the time, putting all the wires through. I'll only do a little bit. You'll have to let me know in the comments if you want me to cover a fair bit of the wiring, because it's not the most exciting job. So let me know, say skip the wiring, or like no, we'd like to follow it. Just let me know. I don't want to go for an entire bike because I'm concentrating. I'm not doing a lot of speaking, I know that. So let me know. Where's my skizzers? There they are. Right, tape these together. You'll notice these are going to be going to green wires, these yellows, but where they connect in the dummy oil tank to the Boya power box, the yellow wires coming out of that. So I thought I'd go with the yellow. Oh, straight down and out the bottom. Okay, I'm going to get a bit of sleeving on that. Come on. It's hard to get it through the shrink wrap. There we are. Oh, 2 more through there. It's like solving a puzzle. Trying to remember where they've all got to go and thread through. So I'm just attaching this to the green wire. The green wire's just there to pull the wires through. Hopefully that'll come up there nice and easy. Easy. I probably could have done all 4 together there, couldn't I? Oh well. Hopefully that'll go through quite easy. And that's them 2 through. So what we'll do is attach them and then pull it all back through. Okay, first wire ready. Get a bit of flux on there. I've put a bit of tape over the bite for any flux or solder spillages. Mine's a bit mucky. That should just all blend in there nicely. Job done. Wait for that to go cold before I put the shrink wrap over there, as it starts shrinking as soon as you get close to it else. Why ain't that working? That'd help if I turned it on, wouldn't it? It's 2 done. Right, now these 2, I'll just get on and do them and then we'll thread it all through. Yeah. Right, that's them in there. Now we'll just take up all this slack at the bottom, get the sleeve put over it all, and get it all out at the top. Right, got the Orn wires through. They're all in place with a bit of extra so I can mess about with them. Now I've got a pull-through wire in this top tube. I was trying to do my string and the airline trick and it just kept gathering up. I started to think, oh no, I hope I haven't put a solid slug in here when I've welded the frame together. That'd be a disaster. I've never done that, but who knows? The mind boggles. But I managed to get an actual wire through, so I'm going to pull them 2 yellow wires through for the Boya power box. Hopefully they'll come through nice and easy. Yes, perfect. Spot on. So let me get I've took the dummy oil tank off just to make things a bit easier. So them 2 yellow wires, obviously the battery box will go up under the dummy oil tank and bolt in. Then the yellow wires will go to these 2 to the Boya power box that's on the bottom. So pretty much all the wiring will be hidden. Okay, moving along to the rear light. So I've been getting myself confused. I'm trying to remember. So I don't know what you can we see here. So we've got the lives going in from under the frame here, if that's in shot, I think it is. They pass through into the dummy oil tank. So what I've got to do now is send that down this bottom frame tube. Then this one can stay in when I've used it to feed this one down. So we need a live into the brake switch down here, and then a wire back out into the rear light. So let's tape this one up and drag this through. I've got all the grommets in. We'll have a closer look round it when I've got it all linked up. But so far so good, I think. It's going all right. Ooh. Sorted. Okay. So what I've got to do now, so that's the live in. So this is going to be the connection out. So when you press the brake pedal, this will light the light up. So what I'm going to do is, yeah, put that through the shrink wrap. I'm trying to do it as neat as possible. That can go through there. Like so. Obviously the shrink wrap will go into the grommets. We can take the slack out of that now. And if that loops inside the top frame, like so, and then them two then will be the lives to the light, one brake and one just tail light. We'll get all that short wrap heated up, and then we can push it into the frame tubes a bit more and then wrap that bit. Right, let's deal with this down here as well. Let's have a close look round. It's probably confusing. Trust me, I'll get confused. And how many of these have I wired up? It's got to be close to 20 of them now. Obviously, I don't follow any colour codes on the wires really. It's the wiring's nothing like the standard bike, because it's all going in slightly different directions and stuff. So make it up as I go along. Yeah, we've got this under here, and you can see the grommet. So that'll be a little pass into the dummy oil tank. The two wires coming down, one looping round going down to the brake light switch, which is coming out under there. They'll pass through that little grommet. Let's turn that light around. In fact, we'll use the light. Let's just put that on the frame carefully. Yeah, they'll pass through this little grommet. Again, they'll be really short, but I'm going to put black wrap on them. It'll just look tidier with them both black. Then one comes back, which is that one. No, that one. What? Yeah, I've looped it in, haven't I? Which one is it? We'll soon find out. Then we'll shrink wrap them, and they'll go to the light. Sorted. Right, I'm going to connect these up, and then we'll get all this end sorted out. Visitors! Hello, Bluey and Bodie. What are you up to, boys? What are you doing, big ears? Hello, mate. Hello. What's up, big ears? Hey? There we go. Right, that is pretty much the back of the bike all routed in. I haven't connected these yet because I'm going to put them on connectors, so they've tucked right up into the back of the light there and out the way. So that's all that sorted. We got the brake light switch sorted. Where's that little light? Oh, where's the button? There we go. Let's put that up there. Really handy these are with the tiny magnets on, and I've got tape on the magnet so it don't scratch anything. There we go. So yeah, that's all that sorted. All coming out the grommets nice. That goes, disappears under there. Let's get the light again. Oh, yeah, obviously you won't see none of that. That disappears under there, then comes out up here. I say we'll get the back light sorted, get some connectors on there. So I'm going to put the dummy oil tank back on where it's safe and can't be damaged. So we got that little passive wire coming out the grommet there, and that'll go through the top of the oil tank, and then everything in the dummy oil tank will have connectors. So if it ever needs to come off, everything can be just unplugged, and the battery drop down, that can be disconnected. So yeah, everything in there, wiring wise, will have connectors on there. Right, I think we'll get that back on. I've just dropped the ignition in as well, just to make sure everything fits before all the wiring take place. Already got its bullet on ready. British 303. Still got plenty of these on eBay if anyone's interested. The old bullet key rings. Got plenty left. There we go. So close now. So close. Yeah, I think that'll do me for today. That's actually a good chunk taken out the wiring. Next job, wiring again, I guess. Let me know if you do want me to film that, because it is a bit boring and I do tend to go quiet because I'm trying to concentrate. So just let me know if you don't want to watch it. I won't film it. Waiting for which I hope is the last order from Hitchcock's. I thought that would be here today, but it hasn't arrived. I think we may still have delays with the postage. I'm not sure. So as soon as that arrives, it's just a scattering of bits, last bits, and I'll get all them on. Stuff like the brake cable and the fittings, the adjusters and stuff like that. Throttle cable. I've ordered another twist grip. I'm not happy with that one. I don't know what it is, so I've ordered another one. That's coming. What else we got? There's just a scattering of things. Like I say, I hope it's the last order. Wayne's got the tank and the mud guard. We'll get that back when he's finished, obviously. There's no pressure there because obviously I've still got work to do on the bike. What else? I think that's about it. Yeah. And thank you all so much again for buying a sticker. That is so much appreciated. It really is. And yeah, I guess it's going to make someone very happy. That's the trouble. It's one. So please don't go overboard buying stickers. It does worry me a little bit. But I know some of you are doing repeat purchases, which is fantastic. But please do not leave yourself in trouble financially for this, for the shed, for me doing this. Please do not do that. I'll be quite uncomfortable with that. Only do it if it's possible. So yeah, and again, thank you to all the patrons as well. You guys are always appreciated, and it keeps this going. It really does help keep this going, so I appreciate all of you guys immensely. And if any of you patrons are ever about and want to come and spend a day in the shed, feel free to do so. Come and drink tea, put your feet up, have a go at something, whatever. But feel free, all you patrons, these doors are open for you guys to turn up anytime you like. Just drop me a message to make sure I'm here, and you're very, very welcome to come across and spend the whole day here, as long as you please. 2 weeks, I'll get you, put you to work. Get through some of these last jobs, that would be brilliant. Anyway, can't think of anything else at the moment. I'm not going to work late tonight. I feel quite okay today. I've had a particularly rough week with myself, but hey, hope that happens. Feel all right today, so I'm not going to push it, so I'm going to call it a day and probably take Blue a walk actually. Anyway, cheers for watching guys, take care.